Oh, there you are, YouTube. X-Men, Beast, Gambit, Wolverine, Cyclops. I wish other people were included on this shirt, but it is a nice shirt. I still do love it very much. I love this logo for the X-Men. Obviously, I love Beast. He is my favorite superhero, if you've seen some past videos where I've talked about him. Wolverine, I like him okay, but I don't know. He's not like a favorite. I feel like he's like cliche to like, so I don't know, don't spend much time on him. Cyclops is cool. I like him. Gambit, he's probably in my top 5, I would say. It's kind of fluctuating, but I like him a lot. Maybe top 10, I would say definitely. One thing that I like about Cyclops over here is I was reading one comic. I really can't remember what it was. It was ages ago. Probably like 15 years ago. Maybe 10. I don't know. Probably more than 10. Probably somewhere between 10 and 15 years ago. I was reading this comic and the whole team was together, a few different individuals, but the important ones for this story are Wolverine and Cyclops. So they're like coming over this hill, walking over a hill, this whole team, and they're confronted by a bunch of sentinels, like endless amounts of sentinels. And the whole X-Men team is like, shoot, what are we going to do? Like, you can just see, what can Wolverine really do? I mean, he can do a lot, but when there are this many sentinels, it's like, what is he going to do? So everybody's just kind of like frozen. All the X-Men are like, what do we do? Oh man, petrified. But then Cyclops, he just rips his visor off, just takes it off, and opens his eyes. And then when you turn the page of the comic, 2 pages, like you open a book, is just the color red. That's it. No text, no nothing. So you're seeing them, you see him grab his visor, probably see it something like this, turn the page, 2 full pages of just the color red. And then you turn the next page, and all of these sentinels, I'm going to say thousands, maybe it was 50, I'm going to say 200,000. But again, could have been 38, but it seemed like a lot. Maybe it was 100. But they're all just pieces, crumbled, disintegrated by Cyclops' blast. And then Wolverine over here, he says, it's times like these that make me understand why you're the why. Let me do that again. It's moments like these when I understand nope. Let me start over again. So, takes off the visor. Full red coverage on the next page. Then we see all the sentinels just disintegrated. And then we see a frame of Wolverine standing next to Cyclops. And Wolverine says, it's moments like these when I understand why you're the leader of this group. Got it out, kind of, is a little choppy, but I just always loved that because they have that ongoing feud. And a lot of people don't like Cyclops. They're like, why is he the leader? He's just whiny. All he does is, blast with his eyes. And he doesn't usually take full advantage of it. He's kind of always got it on stun mode. But that was just such an amazing set of panels of scared X-Men. 2 pages of pure red. And then them standing there realizing Scott just took care. Scott Summers, that's who Cyclops is. Cyclops just took care of all of those Sentinels by just looking at them. He just looked at them, destroyed them all. And I don't know, I just thought that was cool. That Wolverine was like, all right, I get it. I know why you're number one. I know why we all follow you. I know why you're the head honcho of this group. I know why Xavier placed you in the position that you have. I get it now. So, I don't remember what comic it was from, what X-Men comic. It wasn't even one that I owned. It was a friend read it at his place. Like he was like, hey, you got to read this. And he was basically telling me because of that reason. So it was just the coolest thing ever. And I'm sure I misquoted. Maybe it wasn't even Sentinels. I'm like pretty sure it was. It's again been like probably 12, 13, 14, 15 years since I looked at this thing. But I just think it was so great. It spoke to their relationship a little bit more, made it much less one-dimensional, if you ask me. I mean, it's not one-dimensional, but it added a whole new layer to it for me. So, I don't know, just thought I would tell you that story because I'm wearing this shirt, and it looks like it took me about 7 minutes to tell that story. I think that's a pretty good length for this video. If anybody knows what comic I'm talking about, if you stumble on this video and you know what comic I'm talking about, can you let me know what it is? Because I'd like to buy that comic on eBay if I can find it. So please help me with that. Because I don't know, I think I might like to frame those pages of red. I think that would be kind of cool to have on my wall. So if you know what I'm talking about, I probably told much of the story wrong because it's been many years, but that's the overall essence of what was going on. Again, I can't tell you even which X-Men book it came from, but if you know, could you please help me out? Put it in the comments. I don't know what sort of hashtags I need to make this go wide. Again, usually only around 2-3 people that watch my videos, but I want to know what this X-Men comic is. So if you know, let me know so that I can look for it online and purchase it because I want to frame it. It was a moment in X-Men comics that really stood out to me because I love the X-Men, but I don't read the comics really. I'm a 90s cartoon guy, the animated series guy, and the movies guy, and just the imagery whenever I can, find good imagery. I collect Beast action figures and statuettes and things like that. But the comics, it's rare that I read them. So I think that's another reason this one stood out because it's one of the few that I read and I just loved the 2 pages of just red. So yeah, again, if you know what comic I'm talking about, could you please let me know? That way I can look for it. So yeah. Anyway, thanks for joining me for some pure hangout, and perhaps I'll see you tomorrow.